Hello and welcome back to the Heroes Rise Contender series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I am joined by Mockery. How you doing tonight, Mockery?
Hello, so good to be back. I am doing well, excited to see some Heroes of the Storm. I know we got to cast some in-houses recently, and those are very fun. But I'm also looking forward to seeing something a little bit more structured, a little bit more coordinated, with some rosters of players that have been together, that have some prepared strats ready to go. I think it's going to be a lot of fun here. And we get to start it out on your favorite map too, Alterac Pass.
It's my favorite map. We went to Alterac. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to let them know we're ready. The teams finished their map bans about 17 seconds ago, so that's why we're starting a little bit rushed. And they're going straight into the draft. Let's go to the map selection screen really quick, just to let you know what's going on here. Tomb of the Spider Queen and Sky Temple were removed by Baby Diamond Hands. 7 Rings taking out Battlefield of Eternity and Cursed Hollow, which is what is bringing us to Alterac Pass for map number 1. We're going straight into the draft.
And whenever you're looking at Alterac Pass, you can tend to see a certain few things that you can count on, with maybe the most consistent one being just control of that middle siege, that null camp right there. If you're on Alterac Pass, you need to be taking that extremely often and rather efficiently. So if you don't have anybody that can clear it, you'll oftentimes find yourself very far behind. So that's definitely what I expect to see here, some focus on that null camp right away.
We've been seeing that with heroes like Hogger coming on through. Sometimes even, Stukov plus a damage can wipe that out pretty quick. And Junkrat, a major threat for that as well. We see first ban here from 7 Rings, is able to get that camp done pretty quick right from level 1.
Oh yeah, I mean, just Alterac Pass as a map accentuates every single one of really just the facets of Junkrat's kit. You have the wave clear. Alterac Pass tends to stack up very large waves because both the objective and the catapult minions tank for the minion wave, allowing it to amass to a very large size. You have the ability to just have an unkillable ward, permanently granting vision on your objective in the form of the concussion mine. And it just works out really well. The area control, the zoning, the wave clear, the poking the objective forever. Since this map has come out, Junkrat's been a priority, and they just don't want to deal with it.
Actually going to see both Rhaegar and Johanna be up here. So we'll see if 7 Rings wants to put a priority on that. Dahaka also available. Interesting to see the Brightwing ban come on through from Baby Diamond Hands, not wanting to see that global hit them. I'm surprised they let it through over the Johanna. I'm surprised they let the Johanna through over the Brightwing, I should say. Because now Baby Diamond Hands... Oh, okay. Maybe that's the draft plan. Give up Johanna and grab 2 massively strong PvE heroes.
Yeah, I mean, Rhaegar and Hogger are both just so incredibly strong. Anytime you ever need any kind of macro pressure, you need any kind of camps taken, Hogger's amazing, and Rhaegar, at least in SL, is far and away the best hero in the game at the moment. So that's certainly an opening they're very happy with. And then Cyrus taking it to Blaze and Psychotora on the Vala. That's going to be interesting right there. Might set up for a kind of classic hypercarry comp. It remains to be seen, but that Vala's certainly got a lot of brawn around her so far.
A lot of protection there. This is kind of a weird map. Like, you think about Johanna off lane as a thing you can do, but there's almost like 3 off lanes on Alterac Pass, and your tank is almost certainly going to end up in one of them anyway. So however you want to label Blaze and Johanna here is up to you. But the beef up front is definitely something Vala's going to feel safe behind. Baby Diamond Hands not wanting Vala to feel even more safe with that Zarya ban there.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. That would be a hard 4 protect 1 composition where you just go Joe, Blaze, Zarya. Everybody's there to heal or protect the Vala. They don't want to let that through. Vala, especially running around at 50% speed with speed barrier, you're not ever going to catch her, and she's just going to shred through your team and also feed her Zarya a bunch of energy in the process. Definitely makes sense that they would take it away right there. I want to see, there's the Anubrak Sylvanas. Okay, a lot of push power coming out right there with the Beetles, with the ability to shut off the structures. It looks like Diamond Hands might want to get an early objective, or even a late objective, honestly. Just anytime they get an objective, they will be able to put significant pressure onto red side to deal with it.
They've got... Oh, geez. I'm wondering if Avanchi just caps it with Greymane and they just go all in on this strat, or if they want to measure their measure their option just a little bit here. We'll see what Seven Rings wants to put on here. Deckard Jaina. So Vala Jaina in the back line here for Seven Rings. That's not what I was expecting, honestly. I was expecting a solo Vala back there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of an intriguing pick right there, especially the Deckard. And if I'm Diamond Hands, I'm looking at a Zeratul here, honestly. It's not
Deckard,
gonna...
pretty good anti-siege. So I understand the choice there from Root Beer Guy. But yeah, maybe something like a dive. You got your Zeratools, your Tracers. They're going to dive slightly differently. They're going to do it with a Chen here from Vivanchi.
Yeah, Chen is very much a hero that just punishes those immobile, squishy backliners, among which Deckard and Jaina find themselves, and Vala, very mobile but still very squishy, and not super able to protect their backline, I think, with the Johanna Blaze. It's at least susceptible to some level of dive, which blue team can certainly just turn it up whenever they want, you know? Maybe not the most conventionally divey heroes outside of Anubrak, but with the ability to hoard a pult into backline for Anubrak to jump on the backline, Chen, of course, always wants to get in there. Sylvanas can turn up the mobility at will. That Deckard might find himself having a lot of company back there. Shame as it might be, because I myself am a root beer guy, as Crushinator can attest to. He was asking me, are we ready to cast? And I was like, hold on. I got to get my root beer first before we go. Right here, the level of backline pressure is certainly what I think is going to be interesting as we get into this game. It's something Chen is always looking to do, through either of his ults. If he's got Panda Pals, Chen wants to dive and root the backline. And if he's got Wandering Keg, he wants to push the backliners into his own team. Either way, very much a playstyle focused on punishing that squishy backline right there that seems to lack a bit of peel. And also, Chen typically lacks macro, but he's already got the macro more than covered with the Hogger, with the Sylve, with the Rehgar on his team. So I kind of like this. I think it's a good Chen pick, and that's what I'm looking at right here in this game.
It'll be interesting to see what comes out ahead here. Obviously, Jaina Vala, very, very high damage. Johanna Blaze Deckard going to be able to lock down multiple people for a long amount of time here, so it's going to be up to those purges from Rehgar. It's going to be up to the Unstoppables coming on through from Baby Diamond Hands here to make sure that they just don't get comboed as this game goes on. But I like the plan here from the blue team as we kick off here in the mid. Quick route out onto a Nubrak. We see our first purge of the game. Level 1 cleanse is pretty good.
Level 1 cleanse is pretty good, especially when it doubles also as an offensive ability. And I gotta say, I have seen through my experiences in NAGM Storm League over the last few weeks that a lot of people choose to go into situations like this where you let Rehgar and Johanna through, and oftentimes the Joe does take priority over the Rehgar. I'm a little skeptical of it, but I think these players probably, they've seen these situations play out in scrims. They're probably working with more information than I have. As we see, blue side actually is going to finish their siege camp significantly faster than red side here, though. Hawker just getting on the camp as soon as it spawned, setting up his infinite spin, and he's finishing up before red side even has a DPS on their siege camp. That's a big boon in favor of blue already right here.
Yeah, Psychotora stopped off in the mid to see if they could pick up a gank onto Sylvanas and Rehgar there, but they couldn't make anything happen. That's going to put Seven Rings at a significant disadvantage. Not only now, but sort of through the game, as this first camp can really set the tone. And I don't think Seven Rings wanted this particular blue comp to be on their wall so quickly.
Yeah, when you've got the Sylvanas, you've got the Anubrak, you're threatening big-time siege. There's a
with the
gank by
connection.
Cyrus.
Rehgar had the heal.
Psychotora
to get the chase. Can they get the punish, though? Chen dives in, but is caught there by a Vina Quaker, and Psychotora is going to get out. Still losing a significant portion of their wall here, but it was a pretty good turnaround. I didn't think it was going to go that well for Seven Rings on that engage.
Yeah, I mean, that just sort of evens things out a little bit. Still finding themselves slightly behind in that they're equal in XP, but down in structure damage. But now blue side has a null camp to clear out, allowing Psychotora to get some top lane macro priority. And both teams, ooh, hold on, Ivy getting dived on over here by a Nubarak, running out to the potions, getting some fancy footwork, misses a potion. Still gonna be okay,
There's enough of them. I actually got the lowdown from Justing earlier. That string of letters and whatnot is apparently supposed to look like a crown.
Yeah.
And goes by crown.
I had to ask them about it the other day because I just found it so weird. Where are they? They're on the Jaina right there. And I kind of see it. You know, it does look like a crown once you look at it. They told me to just call them Ivy. And, you know,
Ivy?
it starts with
All right, we can go with Ivy.
So Ivy or crown, I think either one makes sense. Unless you want to go around calling them Ivulo Ivy. You know, either one works for me.
I gave up. I was like, this is A. I'm going to call them A. It wasn't good. I can go with Ivy, though. That works.
And now red side, a little bit late in taking their second null camp, which should allow blue team to set up some wave clear priority, especially with those 3 possessed minions. Big wave mid lane. At minimum, this is going to be towers going down, and they can utilize the threat from these to try and get an objective. Avanchi backing up right here. Ivy getting some damage, but they're going to be okay.
Simply DK was moving around in the jungle down there, catching Johanna in the mud. And now coming up to try to help this siege just a little bit. The wall is totally taken down now, as the objective is now going to be claimed here by Baby Diamond Hands. They still do have to clear the opposing Knoll camp, so we'll see how long they can stick around on this point.
If red team null camp is a threat, but so is this objective. Avina Quaker stepping up, and red side trying to do what they can, but at this point all blue side has to do is hold the position. Cyrus jet propulsion connecting onto Vivanchi. Purge goes out from Rhaegar. Both teams trading some abilities, but with 3.9 seconds left, red team is going to be able to hold it off. Blue team now just wants to take a second. Baby Diamond Hand's going to clear out these knolls, and we're going to get back into a relatively even position. Sylvanas getting some good macro priority in the top lane, but of course, Jaina has the ability to delete waves, so they're going to deal with that pretty soon. Augur, though, already ready to get right back on those knolls.
Yep, we did a single fun thing. Get back to that camp. It's camp time, get back there. Augur already on top of that here for Baby Diamond Hands, and it's working out. You see the first camp took down part of the gate, second one took down the entire gate. I mean, 7 rings, they're not going to be able to contest this camp and the objective at the same time. And they better get up or they're going to lose this objective immediately. Avina Quaker is going to get the first interrupt here, as Simply DK is trying to ward away. It's just going to burrow charge on out. Yeah, Baby Diamond Hands knows they've got time. They know the mid lane is under their control, and they have split the attention of 7 rings here. We'll see if they can take advantage.
Yeah, just when you've got the macro advantage of just constantly having a Hogger, you know, nothing really competes. No one hero competes with the ability that Hogger has to clear out that camp so ridiculously fast. And I believe that's even after his macro has been nerfed. Since release, Psychotora finding themselves caught out a bit.
The slow
Gonna go down.
The burn is enough. Vala goes down just as Baby Diamond Hands finds their level 10s. Hogger chipping away on that bottom fort, and now Anubarak is able to snipe that objective. Baby Diamond Hands off to a really, really strong start here on Alterac, one that you don't often see a lot.
Banshee already shutting down this middle fort right here. Avina Quaker finding themselves in a rough spot, but Johanna does in fact have skin and is able to avoid it. Now
Skin
already
has been realized.
Fort is going down soon. My teammates are always horrified because my call out is always Joe no skin, Joe has no skin. And they're always like, ugh, can't you say that any other way? And I'm like, absolutely not. It's the iron skin is the ability in question for those who are unsure what I'm going on about. Mid fort is going to go down any moment now for the side of Baby Diamond Hands in favor of them. And they're going to cycle out to another lane here of their choice. Looks like we're heading for the top lane. As Simply DK
getting a lot of that fort down. Well, we got a contested rotation here. Is Unforgiven now going to step up and try to allow the objective some time onto this fort. Jaina clearing the wave. We see the Falling Sword come on out. Nice Ancestral from Rhaegar before the negative healing could be applied. Ivy in the mix there is going to get taken down. Unforgiven with that stagger staying alive for Baby Diamond Hands there. Top fort will be saved. But with Jaina down, Hogger's pushed all the way up to the keep wall here. Cyrus actually a little bit low on health as Casper goes in, gets the DQ.
Oh, that would have been nasty.
I think that's a kill if that dynamite hits. I think the dynamite was a little bit past. It was like a 50-50 prediction dynamite. Blaze went the top way instead of the right way.
just the raw disrespect. Attempting the kill over the wall would have been absolutely amazing. And we've had our fun. We've done some stuff. Both teams on null camps here.
Yep.
But blue side, with the advantage of having a Hogger, only needs to dedicate a single hero to the null camp, and is able to do so extremely quickly, utilizing the freedom of only needing to one hero.
That's
to
weird.
push
Rhaegar was
onto midfield.
soloing the
Wow.
camp, but then gave up and started to come towards the team.
Interesting shot calling from the side of Baby Diamond Hands. Indeed, I'm over here ranting about something that's not even happening. Is Vivanchi taking a lot of damage in the top lane, but luckily has a Wandering Keg to provide peel. They're going to walk right on out of there. Gibby taking a bit of damage. He's going to be just fine.
I'm surprised that Baby Diamond Hands called McGiblets up to this top lane rather than finishing that camp.
Half damage on Psychotora already from Unforgiven. Bunch of rubies here for red side, though, as they move forward in this 4-on-3. Sylvanas heading back from the base right now. Nobody really going to go down yet, but except these towers right here.
Top gate does go down. Jaina committed the ult there, so that's 45 seconds without the snowman available, as our prison camps are starting to come up here. Still no one on the back camp for Baby Diamond Hands, as Hogger has opted to split push instead. Understandable. I mean, that XP is very, very important, and Baby Diamond Hands has been ahead on the camp so far. I'm just surprised that that they haven't turned their attention to it until now.
It looks like they're timing it to be right before the objective, as the objective has just activated. Blue team getting some macro pressure. 3 members of the red team are topside here.
Simply DK is going to solo cap this with the help of his little beetle buddies. Classic Anubrak strat here. Oh, Jaina in the top lane could be in trouble. Unforgiven and Vivanchi. There's the mind control coming on out. No chance for Ivy going down there. Very nice rotation from Baby
And there
Diamond
was
Hands.
Gibby getting in right at the edge of the range there. That's the I really want credit for this takedown for my KDA rotation. Casper taking some damage as they walk away. Gonna get halved. And now 15 seconds remaining on the objective. Unforgiven trying to get the interrupt, but not quite there in time. Will take a lot of hits from red side. Feels the need to pop that Wandering Keg. Get a little bit of shoving and get right on out of there. Blue side can take it easy at this point. Baby Diamond Hands, they are stepping forward, but 16 is on the horizon for them, with over a full level lead onto the side of 7 rings. And now Baby Diamond Hands hitting Avina.
Avina Quaker not able to get the next interrupt here, so only 13 seconds left on this objective. 7 rings, they don't want to give this up right away though. Avina Quaker's going to start the channel. It is cleared here for 7 rings. So if they want to engage, they're going to have to take it pretty quick, because Baby Diamond Hands almost has their level 16s ready.
Oh yeah, if I'm Baby Diamond Hands, I know that I am sitting tight. I am securing my turtling position. I know that as long as we make it to 16, we're basically guaranteed to win this objective. As we see Hogger looping around here, 12 seconds in advance, already ready, doing a little dance, doing a little jig on the siege camp right there. You love to see it. Red side also going over to their knolls, but that actually leaves the objective wide open. Baby Diamond Hands is on the case, and wow, okay. Free objective, free level 16 advantage.
I've got to think, you know, they knew the 16 was coming. They knew they didn't want to take a fight down a Talon, so might as well knock that out and be ready for the defense. That's my best guess for the shot call there from 7 rings, as they're now going to have to deal with the objective once again.
Avina Quaker trading some hits with Unforgiven here in this bottom lane. Hogger approaching on the flank. Casper's got to have some plans here. Helping out his teammate, getting 4v1, and there's Casper going straight for Psychotora.
Chen isolating Ivy down on the bottom side. Jaina not going to have a lot of fun 1v1ing this Chen, but brings out the water elemental. Now McGiblet's going to come on down. One last hit.
I'm over here watching games, just like, what is he looking at? I didn't have my camera in the right place there at all. I apologize, Chen.
The objective does catch up down here in the bottom lane, and Shen and Rhaegar are going to join the pack. We'll see if they can pick up a keep down here. Jaina is down. Oh, Avina Quaker's actually blocked there for a moment. Nice job by Unforgiven. Able to flying kick back over the wall there. I think they probably get this. I'm not sure. Avina Quaker is trying to step up, but Chen is just punishing it every time.
Yep, and Psychotora is on the scene, but there's already so much damage going on to this full. Avina Quaker not Wandering Kegged into blue team. Will get pushed back.
On the right side of the wall there.
Oh, that's a very far flying kick from Unforgiven. A cocoon goes out onto Vala. Baby Diamond Hands misses the spike thingy, the Q from Anubrak. Forgive me.
The Impale did whiff there as Vala is able to get out of trouble. Johanna, not quite so lucky. Ivy kind of baited into that engage as well, is going to go down as part of a stagger. And this is going to be multiple keeps here. We'll see if Baby Diamond Hands wants to commit to a core rush off of 2 keeps down. They do have about 20 seconds here. If they can grab another pick, that would definitely help out.
There's a shockwave from Casper going onto Cyrus. Jet propulsions to safety. He's going to be okay. But as you said, 2 keeps down after 7 rings. Vivanchi stepping forward. Looking at Psychotora, losing a lot of HP, picks up a potion. They're going to be okay. They're not thinking about game just yet, though. There's another keep to take.
Baby Diamond Hands is going to make sure the core is as vulnerable as possible. Chen rolls back into town to pick up an Ancestral Healing, and now Baby Diamond Hands is looking to back away. Nice Unstoppable by Casper. Denies the jet propulsion from Cyrus. Psychotora on the chase here. Will they catch up?
Turns out that massive slow totems on a basic
Colossal
ability that
totems
also
are pretty
do
good
9
ability.
million other things are pretty overpowered.
Taking up literally the entire width of the lane with that totem slow. Baby Diamond Hands able to retreat. Very nicely played. Triple. Oh, they actually didn't get the keep. Top keep still stands. A sliver of health there. Casper looking at the bottom boss. Looks like Avina Quaker is going to come and scout this, but the rest of 7 rings are just having to deal with these pushed-in lanes.
If the rest of 7 rings opting to take the null camp, they know that there's no way they're going to be able to contest this from their position. But this does mean that 7 rings is conceding having to play for the boss defense and down level 20 very, very shortly. And to be honest, I don't know that they can win if they let this objective go. I think that 7 rings needed to contest this boss while they were on the same talent tier. And giving up this boss is effectively paramount to losing the game.
Johanna's being body blocked into this corridor, tries to get the falling sword to escape. Casper on the edge. Oh, the shockwave a little too early, but the mind control just on time here. Avina Quaker, no skin for a bit, but has those rubies to start to walk on back. Fall in the cocoon, but look at the damage coming out from 7 rings. Casper and Simply DK very low, but Deckard Cain is caught and taken down. The no control from Hogger spinning on everybody. There's Vala going down. The Ancestral Splash keeping everyone from Baby Diamond Hands healthy, and this looks like a death march to the core here.
Already 3 members of 7 rings down. Ivy's going to be the 4th. There's the 5th onto Blaze. That is a full ace, 11 kills to 1 in favor of Baby Diamond Hands here on a sub-16-minute Alterac pass game. Not even bothering to take out that top keep. They don't care about unlocking the true ending. And that's going to be a Game 1 victory, 1-0, Baby Diamond Hands.
That might be one of the fastest Alterac passes I've seen in quite a while. It's very uncommon to win in that way, to just run down someone. I will say, like, 7 rings, they made a gamble going for that back camp, thinking that either they were just going to give up the boss or maybe that they could do both. I think if they had just dropped the camp and run straight over, they would have got there in time, but as it was, Avina Quaker caught in that corridor. The rest of the team was run down there by the aggressive chase of Baby Diamond Hands. And that's an 11 kill to 1 victory there in game number 1.
Frustrator, do you still have the stat screen pulled up?
I do.
I would like to call attention to the fact that Unforgiven on Chen healed himself for more than RBG managed to heal the entire side of 7 rings for with Deckard's kit. And that is absolutely bonkers.
But he healed for 48 health too much, Unforgiven did.
Oh, no.
69, 468. That's not meme-worthy. It's very close.
Oh, no.
Good job by
very
Unforgiven.
Close. That is solid game 1. Allow me to update my standings, and this just might be a quick series if we see another performance like that one right there going into game 2.
Very, very nicely done. Bring it back to us for a moment as we wait for our next lobby to be up and available. Yeah, that was a very well-played game there from Baby Diamond Hands. They got the early advantage, such as you can get on Alterac Pass, just getting that camp out very quickly. They played to their sieging advantage, and 7 rings always had to choose between 2 different things. They had to contest the objective and clear mid. They had to deal with a split push while dealing with a camp. It was just they never could seem to catch up.
Yeah, it's just the macro pressure is absolutely huge, which you don't often say about Chen teams, but you absolutely can say about a Chen team that already has an off lane in Hogger. It's effectively a flex Chen at that point, or an anchor Chen, just being allowed to sit there on the sideline the whole time and do what he would like, just, sort of catch waves, show up to fights, but not be expected to double soak versus a bunch of squishy backliners. That's the Chen dream right there. So, really good game on the side of Baby Diamond Hands, and I just love the creative application of the Chen and how well it fit into the enemy team comp. And I want to see what they pull out in here. And of course, like I said, I'm a root beer guy myself. I gotta be rooting for Seven Rings a little bit here too to match it up a bit. And we'll see right here, it looks like actually Seven Rings taking map pick after that first loss, taking us to Infernal Shrines, as we are still going to see a first pick in favor, or rather, for the first time, I believe, a first pick in favor of Baby Diamond Hands.
Yes, it was first pick over to Seven Rings, the first one. Just making sure we're all good. I'll let them know caster's ready. And yeah, that's the map situation. We are going to Infernal Shrines here for game number 2. Interesting, not a lot of teams opt for map pick after a loss. Makes me wonder what Seven Rings has up their sleeves for such a general map as Infernal Shrines.
I'm looking at this situation, and another reason that I want Seven Rings to take this series and even it up is that I want to see Cyrus on his Rexar. That is just such a big favorite for Cyrus. I know it well in my time seeing him in these games. And so anytime you can take him to a point control map, that would be amazing. Just to get a taste of somebody at their best right there. But we're on Infernal Shrines, which is often praised as one of the best competitive maps in the entire game. And hey, look, just talking about it.
They flexed that ban there in game number 1. Guess they're not ready to deal with the double Rexar Misha combo.
It's just too much, even when you're not on a conventional point control map where Rexar tends to be at his best. Are we going to see any revenge bans from the side of Seven Rings? I know Vivanchi, when he was a DPS player, at one point I called him a one-trick Hanzo while I was on stream, and since then he has made it his mission to be anything except them. Taking deep personal offense at this title. Now we see the Stukov ban coming out. I wonder, is it just going to be the oh-so-common second pick, Rhaegar Johanna? Yes, it is. And that's what essentially feels... Right? Yeah. If you ask me, that's what's rough about this patch. Is if you're second pick, you either have to let Rhaegar through, or you have to use up all your bans. Those are basically your only two options, and neither one is fantastic, as we see a first pick, Lucio.
We have seen some Gibby Lucio here on Infernal Shrines in the past here in HRCS. Interesting to see it first picked. I was thinking, a Dahaka, maybe even a Blaze, a Vala. Lucio says, I don't know, Lucio says to me, Baby Diamond Hands is going to look to draft something a little offbeat. Maybe they're riding a high off a big win in game number 1, and they're going to try something interesting in these later picks. A very early Mephisto here from Psychotora, and Cyrus going to run it back here with the Blaze. Can never go wrong with the Blaze.
When I look at what has been shown from Seven Rings right here, just with the Blaze Mephisto, I'm thinking to myself, they want team fights. They want 5-on-5s. They're looking to win on the shrine itself, which is only one of several ways to play on Infernal Shrines. In fact, Infernal Shrines has a very high number of alternate strategies that you can run on it. But Mephisto loves to fight as many enemies as possible at once. Big focus on the shrine, as we said, but also Hogger with the infinite spins as well. Can't help but think both teams might just end up duking it out, and we might see some huge team fights here.
See what the ban is here from Seven Rings. Gotta remove that Hanzo.
Can't let the Hanzo one-trick have it.
Wondering if Baby Diamond Hands is gonna remove the Tychus here for map-specific reasons and for we have a Hogger reasons. There it is.
Yep. He is a prophet, ladies and gentlemen. Tychus with Odin.
that would have been a Tychus Diablo rotation instantly from Seven Rings, I think.
Oh,
Ivy is going to bring some Tracer. We have a Tracer Mephisto damage backline here for Seven Rings.
And I mean, that's your
Mephisto,
pretty classic softener finisher combo. Mephisto really great at getting people just sort of indiscriminately low without being like, that guy's gonna die. Tracer, on the other hand, really good at finishing people off when they're low HP. As we see the Zarya picked up by Unforgiven and
there's the phony
Vivanchi.
business.
Okay, I gotta say, I think that the strategy is a little all over the place on the side of Baby Diamond Hands right here, but I am intrigued to see how it goes at the moment. A bit lacking in the AoE pressure side of things, but very adept at the fighting with the Zarya Ball. It's going to be an interesting application of things, and I gotta say, other than this Zarya that Ivy is up into, these are a lot of really good matchups for Tracer. I cannot wait to be thoroughly disappointed when I see Parting Gift locked at level 1. Let's go.
We'll have to see what that pick will be. Leoric, the last pick here for Vina Quaker. Yeah, I mean, the first thing I thought of when I looked at, Mephisto Tracer coming on out is the wave clear is a little bit lacking, but between Blaze, Leoric, and being able to just have a global Brightwing handling a lane, I think they get away with that. I like the Zarya response to the Mephisto, just in terms of being it a little bit easier to keep people at high health and out of that Tracer execute range.
Yeah, no,
be
Zarya can tend to give you fits as Tracer, surprisingly, in some situations. The ability to just deny any of your burst kills, which can be a little telegraphed at times. Whenever you're going in for a dive or a pulse bomb, the ability to block that can be very frustrating. As there it is, there's the Parting Gift. You love to see it, folks. Everybody knows that's my favorite talent on Tracer, and I think it's a very good one, of course, no Kappa. But let's get right into it here. We didn't do it last game, so I'm going to do it this time, the lazy way as always. But on the right side here for 7 rings, we have a Vita Quaker playing Leoric, Root Beer Guy, RBG on the Brightwing, Psychotor on Mephisto, Ivy, aka Crown, aka Vlavla, on Tracer, and Cyrus playing the Blaze.
Baby Diamond Hands in the blue. Casper is on that Hogger. McGiblet's on the Lucio. Up in the top lane, Unforgiven on that Zarya. Vivanchi playing Vala. Simply DK, who I believe just followed the channel. On the Anubarak, getting a little bit of damage in there. And now the chase will commence. There is the disengage from Anubarak. Vivanchi has the vault. And McGiblet's with a nice pushback there. Getting in and getting out is Baby Diamond Hands. Very nicely done. Sans Sylvanas with that push.
Yeah, right there, getting a lot of damage out, already forcing out an extremely early healing fountain tap from Avina Quaker. But generally, you are allowed to tap in the first minute of the game and still have it up for objective. Oh, big damage on a Simply DK. Wow. Very well timed jet propulsion.
At all there from Baby Diamond Hands onto Cyrus.
No minion wave, no beetles, nothing to tank the towers, and blue team trying to just allow their Hogger to actually double soak mid-bottom right now. 4 manning top lane, and they have a very strong composition to do so. With the push, everyone on their team adept at it. Ivy trading damage with Gibby right here. Both teams getting hit. There's the Brightwing Z'ing onto the scene. McGiblets is very low. Gets the pulse bomb intercepted. Oh, and there you go. Ripperoonie.
Going down. Oh, Root Beer Guy could be in trouble too. Brightwing falls. Baby Diamond Hands flexing it here. Very nicely done. I don't think Tracer saw that Zarya coming. That bubble looked pretty unexpected.
Yeah, and just watching a single shield from Zarya eat Pulse Bomb and Parting Gift in their entirety, you really have to remember that Tracer is not a very strong early game hero. Tracer has one of the weakest base kits in the entire game, but simultaneously some of the strongest talents in the entire game, particularly at the levels 4 and 13 tiers. So Tracer can play for the rotational interference, can play for the ganks, and can take some camps in the early game, but you're definitely looking to play it a little cooler, play it a little conservatively, cards close to your chest, let yourself naturally get into that scaling, and then you farm. Psychotor is actually maybe going to get invaded here. Nah, Gibby's backing off.
They were thinking about it, but the plan is to go for bottom camp, and that is where they're going to go. They've had some pretty good success with the brawling here in the early game. They've got a very, very slight experience lead for the Trouble. May not want to just throw it away there on a random camp.
Avina Quaker taking a lot of damage right there. Will have the option to Healing Fountain again. Actually going to go ahead and take a full back, going all the way back to base. And blue side seems like they've just been pushing every single chance they get, which is, of course, exactly what you want to do when you have the collection of heroes that they have in their 4-man. All 4 heroes uniquely good at being able to just continually sustain a push. There's a long-range bro charge by Simply DK. Does not connect, but impaling Tracer over the wall. Psychotora, what's going on?
No. Stepped out just a little bit too far, but will be saved by Root Beer Guy. He's going to warp out once again. Get a little bit of damage in. Nice impale, as the Nubrak is going to be forced to move away. Avina Quaker, now no level 10 yet, so no Entomb. Can they find the kill on Cesaria, though? Great polymorph timing is going to get a kill here for 7 rings, as our shrine is now activating. Pretty good timing for them to try to make a comeback and secure a first objective.
Yeah, it's absolutely when you need to get a pick right there. Pushes them towards level 7, allows 7 rings to get the control over this objective at the start. The blue side doesn't even want the objective. They're like, bro, we are a push comp. We're going to push. Especially into the 5-on-5 strength that we see from 7 rings. I think this makes a lot of sense. And this actually takes me back to the HGC era, where we used to see plays like this a lot. Teams intentionally foregoing the first objective, saying it takes too long to get too little value, and we can just get that by pushing. Vivanchi, though, going down.
There you saw the very rarely effective teleport damage from Mephisto. If you actually teleport on top of people, it's Mephisto. It does a very slight amount of damage, and you saw it was effective in getting that Vala kill there. As 7 rings did ultimately grab that Arcane Punisher, and we'll see how much it can do in the mid. It is going to have all 3 structures firing at it, so I imagine there's not going to get an awful lot done.
And you know, I gotta say, it's an interesting decision by red side here, opting to push a different lane from their Punisher, getting the gates of both mid and bottom without actually finishing off either fort. And now into an immediate invade, and they have Avina Quaker on the scene. This is a 5-on-5.
We're going to get a big stun there from Hogger in the corner. Is spinning all over the side corridor there. Simply DK Low is actually going to be taken out. That's 2 kills for 7 rings as they complete their camp steal. That puts them a little bit closer on the path to level 10. These early fights, when they're full 5-on-5, are looking pretty good here for 7 rings.
And I'm just saying, with 7 rings, I knew from their very first 2 hero picks that this is a composition that excels in the 5-on-5. And realistically, I think that this is largely a question, this game, of who gets to play their ideal game more often. If you have Baby Diamond Hands wanting this to be a game about pushes and about defending pushes, it's going to go very well for them. And if you have 7 rings wanting this to be a game about 5-on-5s, such as what we see on the objective and what we just saw in that siege camp, then it's going to go very well for 7 rings. However, I will also point out that playing a push comp into Tracer can be both very rewarding and very risky. Tracer herself is not very adept at defending against a push, but she is amazing at killing all your heroes after the push by chasing you across the entire map. So there is a very delicate balancing act happening here as we see Blaze on the scene, and Hogger's still top lane, but Brightwing could join this anytime. Huge Entomb onto Vivanchi.
Great Entomb, but there's a great sound barrier as well. Vivanchi able to get out of trouble. It's going to be Tracer going down there, and somehow Simply DK survives. Unforgiven with nowhere to go, though, is trying to get a counter kill here. Cyrus receives the teleport heal from Brightwing. 1 for 1 in that trade. That was looking like it should have been a lot more for 7 rings, but McGiblet's keeping everyone alive for quite a while there on the side of Baby Diamond Hands.
Not really sure what exactly happened there. I don't know if Root Beer Guy needed to phase shift into the fight earlier or if some other situation caused an issue. I wasn't able to get a good look at top lane as that was going on. A very puzzling fight for me from 7 rings right there, and something that surely looked like a victory for them. They gotta be kicking themselves over that one. Both teams now in a somewhat neutral position as we see a heavy rotation on the top lane, though, and Casper doesn't have spin. He just used Hog Wild.
Casper going to try to use the terrain to get a little bit of time here. Psychotora steps up with that lightning damage. Tracer on the chase here, though, is Crown going to get quickly stunned. There is the spin, but oh no, it runs out. Casper has the movement speed. Puts out the loot horde, and the chase is going to continue here. Avina
They
Quaker
are-
trying to catch up. I think Hogger, Psychotor is mounted though. Unbelievable. Oh, the lightning not going to connect there. Casper escapes.
Say it with me, chat. If you pick Parting Gift, you are trolling. All right. That kill happened right there. That kill didn't happen because Ivy, rather than kill the Hugger in their face, tried to style points it with the Parting Gift because that talent is garbage. Avina Quaker taking big damage right there. Gonna go down 1 kill in favor of Baby Diamond Hands. Root Beer Guy also in the thick of things. A double kill for Baby Diamond Hands. They've got their eyes on
Psychotora's caught.
Psychotora. Oh, that's big damage,
Mephisto
and that's
is
gonna be
going
3
down.
kills. I think that
Very
is the
nicely
extent
done.
of it. Yeah, and they're going to go on to this objective now. Wait, hold on. We just going straight for the push? Let's go.
Hogger going to go to the objective here. Going to spend a little bit of time on the spin. These 4 members from Baby Diamond Hands are going to push the bottom lane. Cyrus and Avina Quaker waiting for a flank here, but Mephisto and Brightwing are still down. Tracer, pretty good at chasing in these long distances. Nice self-unstoppable there from Zarya, though. We'll see
It must
if
be
Baby
pointed
Diamond
out.
Hands can actually escape.
I was going to say, it must be pointed out that that's a 3-on-4, and also Tracer's into a lot of right-click damage here. Simply put, Zarya and Tracer, or Zarya and Fala, both have the ability to just put a lot of auto-attack damage out. Simply DK, stepping up forward aggressively. Pulse Bomb goes out onto a shielding Zarya, and big Guardian advantage in favor of blue side. Casper is here, gonna take a lot of damage, hits a big shockwave, but still finds himself in an entomb.
He puts the loot horde in the way and spins out. What a Hogger god. But there's the big bunker coming on down from 7 rings as they try to control the area. Hogger on the top side just needs 1 more auto, and that's going to be it. Nice sound barrier there from McGiblets, but can Lucio actually get away? No. Nice Durance of Hate is going to root multiple heroes. That's a triple kill for 7 rings, but they're going to have to go back and deal with this Punisher before it takes too much out of their bottom keep.
And honestly, that seems like a pretty big net positive for red side. Assuming they'll be able to do anything with it, you've got a nice XP advantage going into this now. This is a very defendable Punisher. However, it will end up doing some damage to their structures, opening themselves up to a potential back door from blue side. Baby Diamond Hands, at any point in the game, can elect to just take maybe 30 seconds out of their time and walk over. However, beautiful job by red side, eating a bunch of hits from the Punisher. Not a huge amount of damage going to go onto their bottom keep, as we see now blue team setting up for the mid lane push. And a very early bruiser camp being taken right here. Not going to pressure the map during any objectives for the side of 7 rings, but still going to go out. And this, however, sets the table for a blue side invade, taking out the 7 ring siege camp right here.
7 rings is collapsing very quickly here. Psychotora looking to move over the wall. Camp is claimed. Baby Diamond Hands trying to zoom on out of there as quickly as they can. Simply DK has the Impale to escape. Nicely done by Baby Diamond Hands. We see Avi on the chase. Not going to go further.
Well, Casper right here.
Looking at
Casper
Hogger.
taking a little damage from Psychotora. He's going to be okay. And now both teams looking like they're just trading invades, as 7 rings takes the Baby Diamond Hands siege camp, but Baby Diamond Hands getting the neutral. They do not want to fight while down 16. They're going to back right off. Avina Quaker, aggressive ghost walk forward.
Going right after Unforgiven here, gets the slow. There's the Entomb coming on out. Self-Unstoppable is going to deny the stun, but Bunker locks Zarya in. Bunker is going to be quickly expelled as the Rain of Vengeance lands onto 4. Simply DK following it up with the Burrow Charge. Durance of Hate not going to connect there as Vivace is working on Avina Quaker in the back. Everyone's still healthy for now. Cyrus doesn't connect with the jet propulsion. That's a big cooldown. Avina Quaker finally going to be the first to fall in this fight. Hogger hasn't been here this whole time. He's going to come in and try to support. McGiblets going to be trading out there as Vala goes down as well. Tracer somehow still alive. Psychotora next to fall as this bloodbath continues. 2 for 2. Casper tries to stop him with the loot horde. There's the mount for a new Barak, and oh no, they're caught in the corridor. Root Beer Guy has the blink out, but there's a new Barak going to catch 2 on the stun. Expulsion Zone is going to force Tracer onto the backside here. Has 1 more blink. Avina Quaker's actually going to respawn. Root Beer Guy going to save some damage, and there is the Entomb, not going to catch anybody.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. This is another DQ.
A good DQ combo right there. Stunning the enemies away. Tracer forced to recall out, tanking that mid fort, and so much hubbub for not a lot of end result. However, blue side does have a catapult on the bottom keep, and the siege camp will force a response. Bottom keep getting down to half HP, and I can't help but think, looking at this situation, if I'm on the side of Baby Diamond Hands, I almost want to forego this next objective, which is in the top lane, and just finish off that bottom keep, because this objective right now is threatening two very healthy forts. And if you can have the option to skip that and just take a keep, I think that's the play, but it looks like Diamond Hands does not see it the same way. Setting up for a fight right here, a very aggressive scouting position from Simply DK, and a flank setting up from 7 Rings.
7 Rings with a big flank position. There is the big entomb on Unforgiven. Self-barrier comes on out as well as Expulsion Zone going to catch 2 in the corner. Bunker is not going to get a Vena Quaker out, is just stunned for days, can't get into the bunker. Leoric first to go down, but trading out for Hogger, 1 for 1 once again here, as Mephisto and Tracer are on the chase. Baby Diamond Hands does have a fort to move back to. So Bruiser's down, and the Shrine is active. Looks like Baby Diamond Hands is going to peel on out of here. These 5v5s have not been going how they hoped.
Yeah, Baby Diamond Hands going over for the mid. Not going to backdoor bottom keep, but instead just going for this fort right here. Taking out some gates, no problem. Anubrak's going to have Beetles here soon to help them tank. Hopefully, there we go. There the Beetles come out. And also the Zarya shield helps in the process. Mid fort will go down as 7 Rings is finishing up the Punisher in the top lane. They're going to get that any second now. And Baby Diamond Hands starting to back off.
One thing to note here, Anubarak is mostly shield build right now, so doesn't just have infinite beetles all the time. And obviously wanting to save some of those abilities for if the team gets engaged on, as Zarya is actually going to get hit with that sticky bomb there. The slow continuing, Tracer taking some big AA damage, moves away, and now there's a full-on fight underneath this Punisher. This could be trouble for Baby Diamond Hands, as the jump is going to be coming out in just a moment. But Baby Diamond Hands somehow able to escape there. That was looking really dicey.
Like Atora moving in aggressively, getting a bunch of damage out. Zarya's looking low, already gets entombed. Vena Quaker's in there. There's a double kill in favor of 7 Rings. Still a half-health Punisher. Pulse Bomb comes out, doesn't connect. Both sides trading damage right here and missing Zarya Vala. Baby Diamond Hands has very little damage on the scene to prevent this push.
Casper on the outside splitting some attention there, but 7 Rings absolutely going to be locking up this top keep. Still 35 seconds on Vala and Zarya. Could 7 Rings just go for the victory right now? They're starting to move up, and they're going to see what they can make happen.
7 Rings knows that all of the damage on the side of Baby Diamond Hands is dead, and at the moment, that just means a relatively uncontested core push. They're getting damage out right here. Ivy hitting minions for a little bit right here. I'm not really sure what's going on. Some damage being traded back and forth. Jet Propulsion doesn't connect. Cyrus dropping down, will go down.
No. Core at 57.
No,
Ivy is trying to target the core down. We're down to 40%. Mephisto is most of the damage coming on out here, but Leo's locked in as well. 15% on the core, 11. Psychotora trying to get the last hits here is knocked away from the core. 7% save from Baby Diamond Hands. And I think they can just march across the map and win right now.
Don't pick Parting Gift and don't hit minions during your core pushes, ladies and gents. Both teams moving forward. Leoric is on the enemy core, but he doesn't have enough respawn time to make this work. Unfortunately, there's nobody there for them to drain off of. Desperately walking up to top lane to the Hogger, but honestly, blue team is already at core. There is no way that this is going to work, and that is an easy but very close.
That was close. Easy. I don't know if easy was the call there.
Not easy. I'm just so used to saying easy money in my stream when the games are very much not easy at all. But that's a 2-0. Wow. Completing our series in favor of Baby Diamond Hands after a nail-biter of a core defense.
Very nicely done by Baby Diamond Hands. 7 Rings, they took their chance. What can I say? Very bold call. Honestly, I don't know. Because you think about options, right? Like, you lose a core race like that. Was it just a micro thing? Could a better decision have been made? I'm sure they'll be going over the replay to discuss that one. But they had a real shot. I mean, what was that? Was that 15%? 7%? It was like... It was that close.
7%.
7% on that
Just
core.
Based off what I saw, I am very inclined, based off the situation and what I saw, to say that that was a guaranteed core push if everybody micros just a little bit better on the side of 7 Rings right there. But, you know, of course, in those hectic moments, it's easy for a little bit to get lost here and there. And I'm also just looking at this Storm of Vengeance pick from Vivanshi, wondering what this is about. You're going full auto attack with no Farflight Quiver. Certainly an interesting decision right there. Just wanting to have as much attack speed as possible, wanting to get those Rain of Vengeances out as much as possible, I guess.
Get extra stuns. I mean, everyone likes extra stuns. You get a little attack speed. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it gives you 50% extra attack speed at max Storm of Vengeance.
it's hard to beat the range. I mean, you could make the argument, like, when is Vala ever going to be at max range with this comp? But still, I mean, getting someone who's just escaping, Tracer blinking out, Mephisto blinking out. I don't know. I'd have to look at the win rates on that one to figure out, is that just like a core race talent? What is that?
Yeah, I'd have to see the situation that he
There
locked
it is.
it in
Viv in
again.
chat saying core race snap pick. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. Interesting game right there, and surprisingly a Diamond Hands victory in game 2. There were moments where I was like, nope, they've got this locked up on the side of 7 rings, but what a way to end the series. GG.
Very nicely done. Baby Diamond Hands will move on to tomorrow's bracket. If I take a look at that bracket here, so Baby Diamond Hands will be facing Wildheart Omega starting tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. Right now, 30K Violet 1-0 over Rook Gaming, and Man Chicken's up 1-0 over Can't Censorship. The winner of those two series will be facing each other tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. That's going to be it for tonight's cast. Mockery, thanks for coming on out for the series.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Fun as always. I just love casting these games right there. Very interesting perspective, and anytime I get the chance to yell at a Tracer player, I'm gonna take it. So let's go.
A valiant effort there from 7 Rings, putting up some good performances here in HRCS over these qualifiers. Not to mention, definitely in the hunt for a NGS Storm Division spot. They're going to have to perform big next week, but they are in the points hunt. And of course, whoever wins that qualifier just gets a spot. So look out for 7 Rings there as well. This has been great. Thank you all for coming out. Mockery, why don't you tell people where they can find you, if they're not already watching your stream right now, where folks can find you.
For those of you watching from the Crushinator perspective, you can find me at Mockery TV, MOCHRIE TV, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all of that good stuff.
Excellent. You going to continue streaming after this?
Yes, I'm going to take it to some SL. We're just going to go ahead and get some games in right here. I'm already live. Why not?
Awesome. All right, we'll get the raid going for that. I have been the Crushinator. When I'm not here on my channel, you might find me over at twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series. And when I'm not online casting, you can find me on Twitter at the Crushinator. And you can check out my YouTube. I don't have a cool custom link just yet. I need some more subscribers. But I'm trying to put out some daily short videos for some POG plays to get more awesome HOTS casting content out there. So search me on YouTube as well. This has been great. Congratulations, Baby Diamond Hands. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. And all you fine folks who came out for the series, thank you so much. We're going to get this raid going over to Mockery TV, so make sure you drop a follow over there as well.